supporting Anyanwu's continued leadership in the party, expressed their determination to prevent any changes in the national secretary position. Their strong stance reflected growing tensions within the PDP as rival factions clashed over control of key party positions. Now, as the protest unfolded, they made it clear that they would not accept the decision to replace Anyanwu with Ude Okoye as sanctioned by the Court of Appeal. The absence of leadership at the party headquarters further underscored the unrest and uncertainty surrounding the internal conflict over the national secretary's position. Now, the situation remained tense as party members await the next step. Joining me this morning to discuss the development in the PDP and more is a political analyst, one who has followed developments within the party. You could say he's a stakeholder as well when it comes to the People's Democratic Party. Don't forget, the PDP is supposed to be the leading opposition as it stands, especially under the APC-led administration. Okay, so my guest is, he just told me that, look, John, you missed out a couple of letters in my name. Dabui Kiabo, Walmate. Good, I got it. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Where do we start when it comes to this PDP crisis? Because so much is happening this week alone. It's if you check almost every political story, it's about the PDP. It's either about the protest that took place on Monday at the National Secretariat, or the withdrawal of PDP from the Ondo State local government elections, which was one of the raging headlines yesterday, or the fact that police have also laid siege to the PDP headquarters in Rivers State. And so one is beginning to wonder, when, as it regards to the PDP, what exactly is going on?
Nothing is going on. What is going on is expected. What is going on is expected in a large family. Is what I call interest wrangling. Interest wrangling is what we're experiencing in PDP. And in every large family, you experience such thing, and PDP is expressing its fair share of such interest wrangling, not really crisis. And you said the party is making headlines these days. It's because that is the only party we have in Nigeria.
I almost said, are you kidding me? Because, I mean, we have the APC
APC
as the leading party in the country, being the fact that the president is
it's
APC.
just a ruling group in the country. It's a ruling group in power, not a ruling party. PDP is the only party.
What is
APC
the
is not a party, it's just a coming together of strange bedfellows. So that is just it. And that's why they are that unpopular. And PDP is very popular, is an household name in every family in Nigeria and in diaspora. And you
but
can't-
some will argue with you
definitely they will.
that the PDP current internal crisis has been instigated by elements sponsored by the APC. How do you react to that?
No, I don't see it that way, because if there are elements sponsored by APC, I don't know. But one thing I know is that APC will want to do everything within its power to make sure that PDP, that is the only party and the household political party name in Nigeria, should not stand. And you don't blame them. You cannot blame them. They want to outsmart you. They will do everything within their powers. It's left for you to ensure that whatever strategy they are coming to bring you down does not stand. That is it. So I don't associate or agree with those that are blaming AP. I don't blame them. I'll come up with my strategy, and that is what the present national chairman is doing, to make sure that APC don't have inroad to destabilize.
But
or distract the party.
the national chairman, is he acting national chairman, has also been fingered. There are suggestions that he is also an APC mole in the PDP.
Now, let me tell you something about the acting national chairman. Is someone that is a material that PDP cannot afford to lose. Most of the people that are coming with such narratives, if you look at them, they are strange bedfellow people that just joined the party. People that don't know anything about the party. This is a man that is a founding member or even a father in his state, was one of the state secretary. He grew in the ranks of the party to become the acting national chairman. A man, if you are asked checking for 1 or 3 persons in the whole of the world, not just Nigeria, that loves PDP, Damagu is number 1. Others will follow behind him.
So what would you say of
So what they are saying, I'm going somewhere, what they are saying is, I've told you, it's politics. People will say all sorts of things against you. People will come up, but bring the proof. Bring a proof to show that, yes, this man is, because he doesn't want or allow them to have their evil way in the party. That is the only problem, is offense he has committed against those that are claiming that he's working for APC. Have you seen him with any APC member? Have you? But some of them are associating with APC member. If it was to be the acting national chairman, they would have said, we said it. But you will never see him with any APC member on any function anywhere, privately, openly. But yeah, the people that are accusing him, you look at them, you see them with APC members, gallivanting, flocking around, sitting out. So we understand that fact, and that's why those of us that know the truth don't even pay attention to it, because we know that it's just politics. It's all about the politics of 2027. It's all about interest. Otherwise, that if you are, I still repeat, if you are counting 3 persons in the whole world that lost PDP, he is the first person.
So who are the other 2?
The other two I cannot tell you, because I love the party, and that's why I'm defending the party.
So where?
And I know there are people that loves the party so much.
So in all of this, where is a Nyesom Wike, who is still a PDP card-carrying member,
yes,
but working under the APC-led administration? And many fingers, or many suggest that he has been critical or played a critical instrument to the APC infiltrating the PDP.
Now let me correct an impression. Number 1, His Excellency Barrister Nyesom Wike is not working for the APC. He's working for the federal government of Nigeria. He's on national assignment.
Okay.
And having said that, he's a card-carrying member
Of the PDP.
And let me let you know something, that among those people that are calling Nyesom Wike name that APC is trying to use him to destroy PDP, ask how many of them were able to deliver their state for PDP. How many of them? None.
But what?
But I'm coming. But Nyesom Wike delivered the state, the whole state, for PDP, made PDP popular, gave PDP the needed support, took responsibility of the success and failure of PDP. That is a leader.
But what is the state of the PDP in Rivers State as we speak?
No, the state of the PDP in Rivers State, it remains, it remains stable. What you are seeing is just a procurement of judgment to distract the party in the state. That is it. Now, let me go, if you want me to go into, give you the event.
We will come to Rivers State.
Okay.
We will come to Rivers State. I just wanted to know, in all of this, where is a Nyesom Wike? What is his position right now with regards to the internal wranglings that are going on in the PDP?
He's a member. He has interest. He will protect his interest, and he will support whoever he deems fit. I always say this whenever I appear on air and even discussing with persons. I said, Nyesom Wike has the right to support whoever he deems fit, or then believe in the person's capacity. I think he's supporting someone. Others are supporting people. So why is it Nyesom Wike, whoever he supports, becomes an issue? He has the right as a member. Today he can decide to support me. So you will say that, why will Wike support me? No. He has the right. He's a member. It's not just a member, it's a stakeholder. It's just not a stakeholder, it's a neck member. So he has the right. And he has not committed any offense by supporting anybody, be it Damagu, be it whoever. And if that is the case, so be it.
Okay. You said the current crisis is a family. It happens in families
Yes, a large
where
family.
there are disagreements.
Yes.
So, when do these issues begin to get some level of resolution, especially in terms of the executive structure of the party? Because right now it's looking as if the PDP is rudderless.
The PDP is what? Motherless.
Rudderless.
Okay,
Yes,
mother.
there
Okay,
is a
okay,
acting
okay.
chairman,
Yes.
but in terms of direction,
No,
in
no, no, no.
terms of fully playing that role as an opposition party, the PDP seems to be lacking.
No, no, let me correct that impression. You see, there are Nigerians and some Nigerians, not all Nigerians, few Nigerians are judging PDP based on the unreasonable approach of APC against PDP when PDP was in power.
Mm.
Do you expect us to burn this country down to prove that we are an opposition party, leading opposition party, just like the APC did? Today, we are talking about Boko Haram. An APC chieftain confessed that they imported those people. Do you want us to import people to destabilize Nigeria to prove that we are an opposition, leading opposition party? No. PDP believes in Nigeria first before PDP. And that's why our position is polished. We criticize the policies of the government. We provide solution to the policies, that the alternative solution to the policies of government. It's left for the government to take it. But we will not go the way of the APC, the destructive criticism APC produced or provided Nigerians in 2014, 2015. We will not go that route. It's a dangerous route for this country. And today, that is what Nigerians are suffering today. Not just that APC is a failed group, not a party, also that they sow some of the seeds today they are suffering. Because then they even went to international community, discredit Nigeria as a party, embarrass Nigeria. Some of them confessed recently how they go about imported people if we don't hand over power to them, how they will cause crisis and so on and so forth, how the babus and whatever blood will be on the floor. Today, we say Boko Haram, from Boko Haram we have snowballed to this, we have snowballed to that, bandit, to etc. So we don't want that kind of opposition. PDP is not that kind of a party. PDP believes in Nigeria, and we are criticizing the government, putting the government on its toes on issues.
But has the PDP provided what will be seen to be superior argument in terms of not just being an opposition party, but in terms of the policies that the current APC-led administration has put in place?
We have done that, and we are still doing that. PDP is doing that in several issues, several policies, even talking about what is it called, the tax reform
I
bill.
was going
The
to
tax
ask you that
reform
what
bill,
is the
even before the
official
tax,
position
yes,
of the PDP?
even the tax reform bill is there. Even before the tax reform bill, the removal of what is it called,
For a subsidy.
PDP have criticized and provide alternative. You know, it was a PDP initiative to remove the district. But PDP, before doing that, there was a blueprint and palliative before doing that. When APC just come, removed it. Same people that said there is nothing like subsidy. Same people that said subsidy is a fraud, today they remove it. So if you look at, we provide alternative to every policy we criticize. Even the tax reform bill, we said the bill has issues, inherent issues that needs to be addressed, needs to be looked at before presentation is taking place. That as it is today, we cannot accept it that way. That is the official position of the party. And if you look at what was it day before yesterday, I forgot, is it governors or so met, and they bought the position of PDP and said they need to amend some areas of the tax reform bill.
Yes.
Like not giving what is it called, there should be tax free for food, agricultural product, in order to alleviate the stress and so on. That is the thing. So PDP is doing that very well.
Is the PDP not worried about, because midweek there were reports of certain governors who had, by virtue of their body language and suggestions, made the camp from the PDP to the APC. Is the PDP worried?
No, we are not worried because there is nobody that is happy. I've told you the problem is that they are carrying all sorts of rumors because PDP is the only party. PDP is what is it called? Um, the only party that is known by Nigeria and is a household name in Nigeria. And the popularity of PDP is a threat to the ruling group. Just like I said, they are not party, I call them ruling group because it's a conglomerate of this ruling group. So they will always carry propaganda. Otherwise, nobody will leave PDP to go and join APC, knowing fully well that PDP is the only party and very popular. And that's why Nigeria are very much interested in PDP. You see, if we see civil servants, even non-politicians saying that PDP people should try and come back to power, you know, that is the truth, that is the fact. So that how will a governor that is in the party leave the PDP and say he want to of all party want to go and join the other group? No, there is that rumor, and it's one of the governors. They've used it for the Plateau State governor. He debunked it. Now they took it to the Delta State governor. He debunked it. He said there are one or two things that I like about the president. Administratively, I felt for the unity of the country, I supported that. But politically, I stand my ground. I'm a PDP member. The governor said that. So there is nothing to say about that. PDP governors are with the party and they will remain in the party by God's grace.
Okay, let's come back to the internal crisis in the party. On Monday, as I started the show, I did highlight what took place at the Wadata House. What is the situation with the office of the National Secretary?
No, the rightful occupant is on the seat.
And
Now,
when you say the rightful occupant,
the rightful occupant is Senator Inemeka Samuel Ayan. And I said,
despite the ruling of the appeal court?
now let me go to that issue. The appeal court, Honorable Udo Okoye, secured a judgment at the Enugu High Court, went further to secure another judgment at the, what is it called, appeal court. And immediately he secured that appeal court judgment, Honorable Senator Samuel Ayan, the National Secretary, swiftly appealed the judgment, number one. Number two, swiftly filed for stay of execution, which was granted that Monday. And you know whether declarative judgment or not, a stay of execution has been filed and granted. So automatically,
Status quo remains.
it remains till the pending hearing and conclusion of the case at the Supreme Court. So if it is so, there is no issue. But you know, politicians and desperate politicians looking towards 2027 will always come, into the picture, want to twist the arms of the law. That is what is happening. Otherwise, if there was no execution, we know governors that have been lost their election, this in their case at the tribunal, even at the appeal, they remain there. They did not vacate the office for the person that won the case until the Supreme Court declared. But in his own case, just appeal acted as stay of execution in their case. It should have been same, but he went for that to be on the safe side, a fight for stay of execution, which was granted. So there is no issue about that. Or just like I say, politicians will want to come up with something, and because their interests and so on. Otherwise, Anya will remain pending the Supreme Court judgment. If the Supreme Court comes up today and said Anya is no longer the National Secretary based on this, that, well, that is the Supreme Court. But until that, he remains the National Secretary. And let me add to that, following our constitution, the section 46, 5 or so, the National Secretary remains the National Secretary because him going to contest election does not invalidate his position as National Secretary.
According to the Constitution.
Yes, the Constitution says, you may resign. You may resign, not
so
shall resign.
it is subject to the individual to decide.
The National Publicity, Deputy National Publicity Secretary went to contest as governor. He came back and resumed his position when he did not secure the ticket. What the Constitution is trying to make is that when you, except you occupy a position, not attempting to occupy a position, then you automatically, the one you are occupying, before you occupy that new one, you are no longer occupying that one. That is the Constitution. So I would say that the appeal court erred in its judgment, but not minding that we respect the court judgment. That is why Anya went for filed stay of execution and also appealed the judgment.
Now, based on your constitution, is there any section of your constitution that allows a PDP member to be on national assignment for for another political party?
No, there is nothing written on our constitution close to that.
So that is a new development.
No, the founding fathers of the party did not envisage that, I believe, and even though they envisage it, it is not. It ought not to be in the constitution. It's something that can be an unwritten law. But the thing is that we saw this is not the first time it is happening in the life of our democracy. Now, but outside that, the FCT minister said he wrote to the party at the state level. He communicated to them, and they said go ahead and for the national assignment. That even the governor wrote that, please, my leader, the president governor of Rivers State wrote to the wrote to the minister that please accept this national assignment, and he said he informed the national secretariat. So that is just it. So not that nobody.
But what is with the current political antics that are in play, looking at the future, will the PDP look at probably clarifying those issues in the constitution?
Hopefully, there is constitutional amendment committee, and even myself, my group, we are working on a proposal, just like the section that was amended before the section 50 or 2 or so before the 2017 constitution. It was included before now. In the 2012 constitution as amended, if you join the party, it will take you 18 months to contest an election.
18 months.
18 months. Today, it's only 1 month. And that's why we are having issues in our party. People just join the party that don't know anything about the party, just like the national publicity secretary, just like Ogochiere, just join the party and they secure ticket. Otherwise, they would have been there in 18 months to understudy the party, to understand the constitution of the party. But for the sake of somebody, they amend the constitution and he came back and assumed the position and even went as far as securing a ticket on the 2018-2019 presidential election. So that is the issue. We need to revert back to the 18 months. So people will know to learn the philosophy, the ideology and of the party and also the constitution before they are given responsibility within the party. And that's why we are having these challenges. Debo going about making press release without the consent of the NWC and the national chairman. It's an abuse of that office. And that is because this is someone that is not grounded in the party. Maybe one godfather just nominated him and he became MPS. That's why we are suffering this. Otherwise, there's no issue with the party. And that aspect is one aspect we want the party to send a proposal for amendment. And also there are 1 or 2 sections we are looking at that the party will need to amend in order to strengthen the party further.
Well, mate, what's the current conversation with regards to former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and his possible presidential ambitions for the future?
Well, I will say that, to be frank, his ambition, as long as it's 2017, is dead on arrival. Is dead on arrival because,
as far as 2027 is concerned,
the South must have its 4 years from 2027 to 2031. The South must have its 4 years. That was what led to our disastrous outing in the 2023 presidential election. Because the pulse of the nation is for PDP to produce a candidate from the South that will be the Nigerian president. But they threw the ticket open as against the Constitution section 3C. So that is the issue. And people are talking to the former vice president and immediate past presidential candidate of our party to step down his ambition and let the party, grow. Because You cannot claim that from one of the times he was cautioned and his press aide went on air and said from 1999 to date, PDP, it has been the South that has been ruling more than the North. And we ask one question: did Nigeria become independent in 1999? Because when you become the candidate of the party and you win and become the president, you are no longer a PDP candidate. You are a Nigerian president. So if we look at from 1960 to date, the North has ruled more than the South, democratically, militarily. So why do you now look at, because of your ambition, narrow the country to 1999? That from 1999, Obasanjo, Yaradua came in, Yaradua, of blessed memory, our lovely president died, and Jonathan took over. From Jonathan, now this thing did not count the fact that Buhari came in. Is only candidate that PDP produced. Is it PDP president that we are making? It's Nigerian president PDP is producing. So you don't start from 1999, because Nigeria did not become independent in 1999 just because of his ambition. Look at how he narrowed the country to. And that's why some of us are saying, please, the elders in the party should talk to him to step down the ambition. He can try his luck in 2031, but let the South have their fair deal. Let them have their fair share of the presidency. Come 2027, let the candidate come from the South.
All right, we'll take a quick break as we bring you videos of developments that took place with regards to the PDP in Edo State. Of course, we are all aware of the fact that the gubernatorial election in Edo State took place in 2024, September to be precise. And of course, the National Electoral Commission, INEC, awarded the gubernatorial seat to the APC. But of course, the PDP has challenged the eventual announcement of the APC candidate as the winner. And as we speak, the election tribunal is sitting in Benin City, the Edo State capital. It so happens that on Wednesday, there was some melodrama, and it unfolded other dramas. But the important thing is that the tribunal will resume sitting again today, and we are closely monitoring development. But to give you a background to all that has happened in Edo State with regard to the PDP and the election tribunal, let's just watch this sequence of videos.
In the years, let me tell you, we cannot continue. No, you can't take him away.
Where are you?
Show us a valid warrant for you to arrest him. Arrest is a legal word. Yeah.
Okpabolo ole, Okpabolo ole, Okpabolo ole, Esa oye, ele wale arahu, ara Abuja, ara Edo, ejo arrest the witness also Ighodalo. The arresting as witness in court. You claim to be Wike. Wike has claimed he's the owner of Nigeria. Tinubu is everywhere. Oshomola is there. Everybody is there. They have the power. You are scared of the witnesses to answer Ighodalo's mandates. You are scared. Why are you scared? If judiciary has no value in Nigeria, why are you scared? Why are you scared? Release the man. EFCC, shame on you. DSS, shame on you. Police, shame on you. Shame on you. You are trying to ruin democracy in Nigeria. It will not work. It will never work. Aswe's mandate must be returned. Return Aswe won the election. Return the mandate. Return the mandate. Go and prove it in court that you won the election. You are scared. You are scared. Okpabolo ole. Una thief mandate. Una dey fear. Una dey arrest everybody. Una dey arrest everybody. Nonsense. Shame on all of you. Shame. APC. Shame. Shame.
But from what you've seen in terms of the way the witnesses have been called in the proceedings, we've seen with the party. Okay, just tell us what you've seen.
So far, so good today, and then we're glad with how things have gone. There are certain house-cleaning things that have been done. I think that's the documents and those will be done today, tomorrow. But I want to use this opportunity to truly thank the good people of Edo State for having come out in massive numbers, in the rain, in the difficulties, to vote for us on the 21st, and for keeping faith and staying true with us, and for keeping up hope. And then they've been very calm in the face of intimidation, in the face of harassment in the last 3 months. They've stayed faithful, and they've stayed with us, and they're living on strong hope. And I'm truly thankful to them. We strongly believe that the judiciary will do the right thing, and we're looking forward to the outcome of the tribunal proceedings. And I thank our people, and I'm hoping our people will continue to stay strong, continue to be strong in hope, and continue to know that at the end of the day, wherever there is darkness, there will be light at the end of the day. I know our people are going through a lot of hardship and a lot of suffering, but I just ask them to stay strong and to stay prayerful.
Okay, in terms of distraction, we also heard a bit of shootings. How much of a distraction do you think that is?
There are many things that are being thrown by way of distraction to take our eyes off the ball. Eyes on the ball of ensuring that we go through the tribunal proceedings effectively. At the end of the day, we reclaim our mandate and we're able to work positively for the good people of Edo State. And like we've said, remove poverty from our land, take Edo State to the next level. And I'm hopeful that by the grace of God Almighty, we will give it a great opportunity, Sanusi Onki and myself, to take Edo State to the next level, to make our people be happy, live well, live happily, to make our people take poverty away from the land, take intimidation, take harassment, take lion, tiger, guerrilla kind of living, take fear out of our land. You know, Edo State is a state blessed awesomely by God, and by God's grace, we'll be given the opportunity to bring out the great potentialities of the state.
All right,
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful time, guys.
Thank you.
Candidate of the People's Democratic Party PDP in the September 21, 2024 Edo gubernatorial election, Aso Igodalo, urging the good people of Edo State to remain calm, strong, and steadfast as the party looks to victory at the ongoing Edo Election Petition Tribunal holding in Benin City, the Edo State capital. Now, Igodalo, who attended the Wednesday hearing, addressing, as you could see, addressing the press after the hearing of petitions, the lawyer, politician, and businessman reiterated his confidence in the tribunal's ability to dispense a fair and just judgment. The PDP candidate also spoke on his prospects for Edo State, promising to make the state a first world economy if he becomes governor. Well, Aso Igodalo and the PDP are challenging the outcome of the September 21, 2024 gubernatorial election. INEC had declared Monday Okwebolo of the All Progressive Congress APC winner of the controversial poll, an outcome that has been rejected by the PDP and vast majority of Edo people at home and in diaspora, who believe that the PDP candidate, Aso Igodalo, and his running mate, Osarodion Oge, won the election. Now, adjourning the hearing to today, Friday, January 17, 2025, the legal teams of the parties and candidates are expected to reconvene in continuation of the Edo Election Petition Tribunal holding in Benin City, the Edo State capital. Meanwhile, on Wednesday, shootings were heard around the court premises, reportedly carried out by a gun-wielding thug with affiliations to the APC, according to reports, and was seen around the court premises with the intent to harm innocent Edo citizens. The thug, who is now on the run, was later picked up by a Hilux van, reportedly from the Edo State Government House. It's still Rapid TV's continuously evolving social, political, and general interest show, Korero. So if you're just joining us, you have missed quite a sizable chunk of the meat of the conversation, but it's not over just yet. Today on the show, we are examining details of the impeachment, I beg your pardon, looking at the crisis that is rocking the PDP, especially as gradually momentum gathers in the build-up to 2027. My guest has said that it is a family wrangling, that it happens in a big family, such in the nature of the PDP, and that it is nothing to worry about. Of course, that it is the a current party in power, the APC, that is worried and generally causing the public to think that there is some disaffection within the PDP. I know that the APC is listening with keen ears, and I won't be surprised that shortly after this conversation, there will be press releases and reactions to some of the comments my guest has made on the show. So, will the PDP return, turn the tide in Edo State to return to power in a state that has very meticulous and political juggernauts in the APC who want to ensure that Edo State remains APC?
Well, as we speak right now, are they being, we have not gone to the polls? I would have said yes, because I believe the people, the Edolites, believes in PDP and will always want to stand with the PDP, because the PDP is not only popular, the PDP also brought a very popular candidate, a candidate that has what it takes to lead Edo State, not a candidate that cannot even read a budget that was given to, that he wrote to present to the assembly. So the PDP would have, I would have said the PDP will bounce back. But right now, it's in the hands of the courts.
Election Petition Tribunal.
Election Petition Tribunal. And that is what is worrying. We don't know what will, it will, we don't want to, preempt the courts or the tribunal. So we'll just leave it at that and pray that the judges will follow their conscience and also look at the matter based on the facts on ground and provided by our great party, because there are a lot of facts the party has, gathered together to present to the court. And sometimes you can present your facts. It depends on what the judges think. And we just hope that they will use their conscience and be fair to both parties. If that is done, then PDP will bounce back.
Let me deviate a bit. What is your thought on the suggestion that Nigeria's judiciary, particularly the courts, have been pocketed?
Well, I will not say the entire judiciary. I'll say some of the, officials, or call them judges, their lordships. Yes, but not the entire judiciary. That would be a faulty generalization. So some of the judges have been pocketed, yes. And that is our worry, because we want, our constitution, Nigerian constitution needs to be amended. Not that when after election, close to 1 million or more than 1 million people vote a person, and 3 persons will sit in a room and decide who the governor will be the governor or should be. No, the highest the judges should be able to do is to call for rerun, not to pronounce someone as governor. So that is the major issue. These are some of the issues we need to look at in our constitution to amend. So the judges or the tribunal, if there is a case and you see that this case is very clear, then you send them back to the pools. So the people will decide. It will build the confidence of the people. It will make people have sense of belonging. It will even serve as a medium to conscientize the people that no matter what, you will still be the one to decide the fate of those people. And it will make the politicians respect the citizens. But the politicians can so forget it, and this because they know as it is today, if they meet judges that can compromise, they can just play along with them and they will get what they want. So that is the issue with the judiciary, not that the entire judiciary. No, I don't subscribe to that.
Right. Now, with barely 48 hours to go until this Saturday's local government elections in Ondo State, Southwest Nigeria, the opposition People's Democratic Party has withdrawn from the exercise. Bakita Bello, the acting chairman of the party in the state, announced the PDP's decision to boycott the polls. The announcement was made yesterday, Thursday. Bello, who spoke to journalists in Akure, the Ondo state capital, explained that the party has lost confidence in the electoral body's ability to conduct a free and fair election. Of course, earlier, the PDP spokesman, Leye Igbabo, revealed that the electoral body had failed the integrity test, noting that the party consulted with leaders, stakeholders, and its national secretariat before boycotting the election. Doesn't this development further weaken the PDP, especially in the build-up to the 2027 polls?
No. The state
Because,
the state electoral bodies are like kingmakers. They are not electoral body. They are kingmakers. They just coronate people. It happened in my state. They just coronate people. There's no election. When people say the election, there's no election. So I want to commend the acting state chairman of Ondo PDP Ondo State, because it's waste of resources. When already you know who they want to coronate, the kingmakers. In this case, in the guise of state electoral body.
Yes.
They are the kingmakers. They just coronate, announce this is the king in so local government, this is the king in the name of chairman, this is it, and the next thing the governors want them in that. So the chairman's decision is commendable, is welcomed. And the good thing is I consulted with the national. So I commend him for that. There's no need to go and waste resources in a matter you know that you like front or back. There's no way they've chosen. You cannot.
So does this suggest that the PDP is in alignment with the position that INEC should conduct local government elections?
And 100%. See, the worst election, the worst local government election conducted by INEC is better than the best local government election conducted by
the state.
Simple. Wow. I've told you, they are not even state sec. They are kingmakers in the guise of a state electoral body. So I commend them for not allowing our members to waste their hard-earned money on campaign in the need that they want to go and campaign. Campaign when you know that already they've coronated them is to announce them that it's remaining. So it's a welcome development, and I salute the national and also the Ondo State acting chairman for that very reasonable decision, I'll call it.
Now, earlier when we were talking about the PDP and Nyesom Wike, we talked about Rivers State.
Yes.
Now, in Rivers State, tensions also fled in Port Harcourt, the state capital, yesterday, Thursday, as police barricaded the road leading to the People's Democratic Party secretariat on Aba Road. The move followed reports that the acting executive committee formed after a court nullified the elected executive plan to take over the secretariat.
You see, we have comedians in PDP, jokers in PDP. And, they will always entertain you, if uninvited or invited. Now, let me tell you why I said so. There was a judgment restraining PDP from conducting congresses on the 17th of July 2024. Now, after that judgment, that is by the governor's group, then another judgment on the 23rd of July 2024 came up. A federal high court judgment by Honorable Justice Peter Lufai, giving PDP the power
to conduct
congresses. And the one that came before Lufai's judgment was a state high court. That was given by Justice Sobere Biambo. Now, after the Justice Sobere Biambo, then came the Justice Lufai of Federal High Court, Sobere, State High Court. Came another order from a state high court by Justice Charles Wele that PDP should not conduct, same July 26th, 2024, that PDP should not conduct any Congress. And the following day was Saturday. The PDP did not get that notice they went ahead to
conduct
the Congress.
Congress.
It was after the Congress they got to know that there was such a and they approached the judge. Now look at the situation, look at it. And the judge, postponed the case in that. That was it. They conducted all the congresses. Yes, on the 13th of January 2025, we saw a judgment by Justice Stephen Jumbo that those that were elected, validly elected, in line with the extant law of our party, the Electoral Act as amended 2022, conducted congresses and executive members at the ward, local, and state emerged said they should not be recognized. Now the question is, they took a case to the court. Who represented the defendant in the court? They took a party like PDP, Rivers State, took an elected executive to the court who represented the state executive that was duly elected, that you said or you restrained from being recognized as the duly elected ESCO. Who represented them? Nobody. But we we gathered that the National Legal Advisor sent a representative, a barrister named Femi Oso, to the court to represent the state elected ESCO, and considered to the fact that whatever the the appellant said, accepted it. Who does that? You as a defendant accept everything the appellant is requesting? Now the thing is that, let me take you to a judgment. There was a judgment on the 20th of September 2023 by Honorable Justice Enwang of the Federal High Court, restraining the PDP National Legal Advisor from intervening and interfering with the function of the state legal advisor based on section 46(1) of the PDP Constitution, that any matter that has to do with the state is the responsibility of the state legal advisor. In further judgment, another judgment came up, same July 2024, that judgment was given by Honorable Justice Mohammed Obele of the Federal High Court Port Harcourt Division, that the National Legal Advisor, Honorable Ajibade, should restrain himself from further interfering with anything that has to do with the function of the state legal advisor. They went as far as fining the National Legal Advisor 100,000 naira for interfering. Now, what is happening in the state is state matter and does not have anything to do with the National Legal Advisor. Why is it that the National Legal Advisor is interfering in that matter and sending, without the knowledge of the state chairman, the state chapter? Because the state chairman is not aware, the state legal advisor is not aware, and they procured the judgment and brought it. Meanwhile, when that judgment that was postponed Sinadai came up, the present ESCO, ably led by Honorable Aaron Chukemeka, appealed that judgment at the appeal court. But they, instead of going to Federal High Court or going to appeal court, they went to State High Court, just like what you are insinuating, that the judiciary has been pocketed, because some judges has been pocketed to give them judgment, so they will rush there. If you don't like a judgment by a Federal High Court, won't you go to appeal court? They did not go. And looking at the Constitution, Part 2, Section 5 or so, after the Supreme Court, it is the appeal court. After the appeal court, it is the Federal High Court. After the Federal High Court, the National Industrial Court. After the National Industrial Court, the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory. After that, the Sharia Appeal Court. Then the Sharia Court, before the State High Court. So why will you go to a State High Court for a case that a Federal High Court has already given a judgment or given an order? So that is the matter. That's why I'm coming. That's why I said they are jokers. Now let me add to that. If, for example, not
conceding, but assuming that the judgment has been given. How would they, who appoint the caretaker committee? Is it not the national of the party? The national did not appoint the caretaker committee. When did the governor start being the person to appoint caretaker committee of a party? And that's why, as we speak today, and we are feeling very unhappy with the fact that people that don't have knowledge of the party, because one person somewhere pushed them forward, are emerging as leaders of the party. Look at the statement.
So are you suggesting that Similaye Fubara cannot stabilize the PDP in Rivers State?
Have you heard him done anything about the PDP? He said PDP Rivers people are not doing party. He said they are doing movement. That was what he said on media. So I'm surprised today that the governor is scrambling to control the structure of the PDP Rivers State, because he said PDP is not doing party. It's what is it called? Movement they are doing. So what is he doing with the PDP? Why is he coming to fight for the structure of the party if they are not doing party? So that's why I say they are jokers, big jokers. Now look at it. You will now go to the SN and appoint somebody, and the National Publicity Secretary and National Legal Advisor, it has been alleged they are deceiving, connived to make the governor. He went as far as, when a sensitive matter comes up, whether you are the National Publicity Secretary or not, the NWC must sit over the matter, or at least the minimum, you consult with the national chairman before going to make a press statement. Without anything, you went and made a press statement. And today, the national chairman, acting national chairman, has directed the deputy national publicity secretary to place a disclaimer, because he used the name of the NWC. Meanwhile, since 2020, the beginning of 2025, the NWC has not sat. They have not met.
Oh, well.
So there is abuse of office by these two national officers.
We're well out of time. The issues regarding the PDP are so numerous, and we cannot exhaust it in 1 hour. And I hope that when next I do come calling on you for us to shed some light on developments around the PDP, you will oblige us your presence.
Hopefully.
Well, the struggle for the national secretary post is the latest in the series of crises besetting the main opposition party, raising more concerns about the unity and prospects of the PDP, particularly as it prepares for upcoming elections. Now, the internal rift between factions supporting Ude Okoye and Anyanwu threatens to further undermine the party's ability to present a united front to the electorate. Party stakeholders are worried that the leadership tussle might alienate members and create division that could be exploited by political rivals. But, like those who write plots for movies and dramas will say, only time will tell. But according to my guess, he's very confident that the PDP is just going through a temporal shakeup to really to further strengthen the party in the build-up to 2027. That sums it up for today's edition of Rapid TV's continuously evolving social, political, and general interest show, Korero. Special thanks to my guest, Walmate, for making our time to be on the show. We really appreciate it, but this conversation continues.
Definitely.
And of course, special thanks to you for always allowing us to be part of your morning and your day. Trust us, as always, to have our searchlight beamed on all developments as they evolve, and do our bit to bring them to the front border. I am Nkamian John, the beloved, also known as the controversial, signing out.
From the heart of Africa, where dreams are born and passion